State Farm agent Alana Brawler is here to help life go right. Brawler's office is located at 103 Groman Road in Butler, and she can be found online at www.alanabraHler.com. Call Alana Brawler today at 724-283-8250 or email her at insurance@alanabraHler.com.
Since 1983, Computer Support and Associates in Clarion has provided the best computing services, offering technology solutions for small to medium-sized businesses and for home users. We provide computer sales and repair services, business software solutions, and IT services in Clarion and the surrounding areas. With over 30 years of serving our community, you can expect nothing but the best services from Computer Support and Associates. Find out more at computersup.com or call them at 814-226-7456. Computer Support and Associates, solutions through technology, value through experience.
Gatesman's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Shippenville has been a family-owned business since 1968. Matt and Lori Gatesman have been longtime supporters of athletics in District 9, and they will support your plumbing, heating, and AC needs the same. Offering sales and service, Gatesman's Plumbing, Heating, and AC gets the job done right for you. So the next time you need plumbing, heating, or AC help, call Gatesman's Plumbing, Heating, and AC at 814-782-3280.
Are you looking for a place to live in the Clarion? Are you looking for a place to live in the Clarion area? Then take a look at GC Town Properties. At GC Town Properties, our apartments have accommodations for many people, and they are more than apartments to our diverse group of tenants. They call it their home. GC Town Properties are available at prices you can afford. Check us out online at gctownproperties.com or call us today at 814-226-8910. Don't just find an apartment, find a home with GC Town Properties.
Are you looking for a great Christmas gift for the Are you looking for a great Christmas gift for that golfer in your life? Nothing would be better than a yearly golf pass from Hunter Station Golf Club in Tynesta. Hunter Station Golf Club is a beautiful 18-hole golf course set along the picturesque Allegheny River 3 miles south of Tynesta. Also ask about the play and stay golf packages at the lodge. Reservations are being accepted for the spring and summer of 2021. Call today at 814-755-4558 to get your play pass or stay and play reservation at Hunter Station Golf Club. And make sure to check out Hunter Station Golf Club online at hunterstation.com and like them on Facebook.
IC Ink Screen Printing and Embroidery, located at 2043 Pennsylvania Avenue East in Warren. We offer screen printing and embroidery on apparel as well as graphic design, web design, photography, and custom frames, and specialize in youth fundraisers. We also offer photography services and custom frames. Check out our Icebox stores online at icyink.com or give us a call at 814-688-0034. Let's meet, drink coffee, and design some cool shirts. Be cool, wear Icy.
For a great place to relax and enjoy the fresh mountain air of the Susquehannock State Forest in the Allegheny Mountains, then the Potter County Campground is the place for you. Your outdoor adventure starts at the Potter County Campground with family and friends. The Potter County Campground can accommodate all your camping needs. Whether you camp in a tent, RV, or one of their camping cabins, they have a camping experience for you. Open year-round, the 44-acre Potter County Campground is located in the heart of Potter County, God's country. Check them out online at pottercountycamping.com.
Fran Morelli Sales and Service is a family-owned and operated used car dealership and auto repair facility that has been serving Brockway, Pennsylvania since 1976. At Fran Morelli Sales and Service, we stock a wide variety of used cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. You never have to worry about buying a vehicle from us, with each of our vehicles in our inventory going through a rigorous inspection process to make sure that your vehicle is in the best condition. Call our team of experts today at 814-265-1330 and check us out at franmorelli.com.
Sound test, sound test, sound test.
Since 1995, Vinyl Graphics Unlimited has brought quality and superior design to its customers by keeping up with the ever-changing
Sound test, sound test. Testing, sound test. Sound test.
Foxburg. The Allegheny Grill of Foxburg will remain open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. for takeout and curbside, with delivery from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. every day starting Saturday. And remember, the Allegheny Grill of Foxburg is still offering its gift card promotion where you buy $100 in gift cards and you get a $20 food voucher. Gift cards can be mailed out too. Call today at 724-659-5701 to place an order or buy a gift card, and check out the Allegheny Grill of Foxburg at AlleghenyGrill.com.
Sound check, Chris, sound check. Testing, testing, sound check. Chris, sound check. Sound check. Hello, Chris, sound check. Testing, sound check.
I've got this incessant.
Associates in Clarion has provided the best computing services, offering technology solutions for small to medium-sized businesses and for home users. We provide computer sales and repair services, business software solutions, and IT services in Clarion and the surrounding areas. With over 30 years of serving our community, you can expect nothing but the best services from Computer Support and Associates. Find out more at computersup.com or call them at 814-226-7456. Computer Support and Associates, solutions through technology, value through experience.
Gatesman's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Shippensville has been a family-owned business since 1968. Matt and Lori Gatesman have been longtime supporters of athletics in District 9, and they will support your plumbing, heating, and AC needs the same. Offering sales and service, Gatesman's Plumbing, Heating, and AC gets the job done right for you. So the next time you need plumbing, heating, or AC help, call Gatesman's Plumbing, Heating, and AC at 814-782-3280.
Are you looking for a place to live in the Clarion area? Then take a look at GC Town Properties. At GC Town Properties, our apartments have accommodations for many people, and they are more than apartments to our diverse group of tenants. They call it their home. GC Town Properties are available at prices you can afford. Check us out online at gctownproperties.com or call us today at 814-226-8910. Don't just find an apartment, find a home with GC Town Properties.
Christmas gift for that golfer in your life? Nothing would be better than a yearly golf pass from Hunter Station Golf Club in Tynesta. Hunter Station Golf Club is a beautiful 18-hole golf course set along the picturesque Allegheny River 3 miles south of Tynesta. Also ask about the play and stay golf packages at the lodge. Reservations are being accepted for the spring and summer of 2021. Call today at 814-755-4555 or stay and play reservation at Hunter Station Golf Club. And make sure to check out Hunter Station Golf Club online at hunterstation.com and like them on Facebook.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Moniteau High School. First game of the 2020-2021 season, hopefully not our last. It's Allegheny Grill High School basketball on D9 and 10 sports.com. I do apologize for a little bit of an audio issue here. Seems like at times we're getting a little bit of a buzz, but we're going to try to work through it here with you tonight. Chris Rossetti here alongside the coach, Al Moderjeski. Al, welcome to the broadcast.
Good to be here, Chris. After we had fun at football, but I'm back in my element a little bit more right now. Didn't think that I'd be working, if you talked to me 9 months ago, that I'd be working a girls' local high school basketball game, but I'm happy to do so. And hopefully it won't be the last of the year. It'll be the last of 2020, but hopefully 2021 will be much more promising.
Yes, definitely. Really thankful that both the Clarion administration and the Moniteau administration was able to get together and bring us this high school game tonight. Game's being brought to you by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, where you come for the food and you stay for the view. The Allegheny Grill will remain open for takeout and delivery during the COVID-19 mitigation orders. Delivery is from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. every day, and takeout including curbside, is available from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily. Call today to place your order or buy a gift card at 724-659-5701. And if you buy $100 in gift cards in the Allegheny Grill, you get a $20 food voucher. So pretty good deal right now going on at the Allegheny Grill of Foxburg. Want to check them out? We're going to go into our Freedom Financial pregame show. For all your financial needs, check out freedomwealthcoach.com. The game stream tonight brought to you by the Computer Guru of Leaper. The Computer Guru of Leaper is there for all your computer needs. Check them out at thecomputerguru.net. Our drive to the game today, as always, brought to you by Warren Tire Center. Check out the Warren Tire Center for all your tire needs, warrentirecenter.com. So, Al, as we head into this game between Moniteau and Clarion, it should be a good one.
Yeah, it should be. You got two teams that have been rivals in the past. First game of the year. I know these young ladies could be very excited to get on the court and show what they have, and they haven't had a lot of time to practice. As we all know, it's been a very bizarre year and fall, whatever it is, but it's going to be exciting. I mean, it's going to be interesting. Clarion doesn't have quite the depth on paper that Moniteau has, and they're on the road right here, but I don't think home and away is any kind of a factor anymore, Chris. I really don't think so.
No, well, I think that, we don't have any, there's nobody in the stands tonight, so crowd's not going to be a factor. And, it'll just be, there are some cheerleaders here from Moniteau, but that's pretty much the only home court advantage they're going to get.
Right. And it's going to be interesting. I mean, I know these young ladies are anxious to play. Hopefully be a good game today, and our last game of 2020, first and last game of 2020, and we'll see where it goes. But I'm excited, Chris. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I had an opportunity to sit down with both coaches, and I'm not sure with our audio problem if this is going to come through very well, but we're going to give it a try. We're going to do our coaches interview with Clarion head coach Jess Quinn.
I'm here with Jeff Quinn, Clarion's head coach. Just kind of funny. I mean, last time you and I did an interview, it was us doing it together as part of the Coach and the Scribe, but you're back coaching now. How excited are you to be back coaching?
I'm very excited. You know, I truly believe things happen for a reason. You know, I stepped away from the boys. You know, Coach Fox stepped in, was a coach of the year last year, did a great job. And then with, you know, Roger Walter stepping aside, left an opportunity. And, you know, I talked to some of the girls and everything, and they were wanting me to maybe put my name in. So I have, and it's been a lot of fun so far.
It's kind of a strange night. You get to play tonight, and then you've got to take at least 3 weeks off. What's the message to your players to keep them, you know, focused in something like this?
Well, the focus for us is we can do and only can control what we can control. And that is, we do have an opportunity to play tonight. Our boys weren't as fortunate. So we look at that, and we're going to go down and give it everything we have. You know, things are kind of taken away from us right now, but we try to focus on the positive, and that is the, you know, opportunity to play tonight.
You've got a group where you've got 4 or 5 of them that won a state title in volleyball. They know how to win. Obviously a different sport, but what does that experience that they've just had in volleyball, how does that translate into the basketball season, and what are you seeing how it might be translating in practice?
They don't panic. You know, they've been in high-pressure situations. You're talking a state championship, you know, the final game of the season, everything on the line, and they come out in this, and, you know, now it seems like everything is fun for them, you know, like the pressure. So even though it is a different sport, they take a lot of that, what they've learned about playing in those pressure situations. And, you know, you're talking Jordy Best, Erica Selfridge, that was her 3rd state title, 2 in New York and 1 here. And Peyton Simcoe and, you know, that whole crew, Noelle Anthony, and they just play. You know, they've been in those high-pressure situations, so this makes it, I don't want to, but in fact, it's less pressure on them. And so they just come out and have fun.
You just talked about 4 of the players that I know they're going to see a lot of playing time for you. A 5th one that I'm sure you're really happy to be back, and I'm sure she's really glad to be back, is Ava Jericho, who, you know, suffered that terrible knee injury about mid-season last year. First of all, just seeing her back on the court and playing, how exciting is that for her?
It's really exciting. It was funny, her leg was kind of cramping, her calf was, you know, having the brace on and get across the calf muscle, and you know, she had to take it.
Thanks there to Jess Quinn. I'm going to cut that off a little early, folks, because I know it's a little bit difficult to hear. I do apologize for that. Just the way we're having to set up tonight. Really appreciative of everything that Moniteau has done for us tonight, but the interviews just aren't coming across very well, and I don't want to hurt your ears with it, Al.
That's okay, Chris.
Just one of those things that happen sometimes. But hey, we'll just do a lot of talking, because it doesn't sound like it's so bad when we talk.
No, that's fine. No, fine, Chris. Talking is something I'm never against. That's my job.
Yeah, so as we look here with about 6 minutes to go, did want to talk a little bit about what DR Blaster had said to me as well. Again, just the technical difficulties there with playing that. I don't want to get into that too deeply, but you know, she talked a little bit about the experience of Aslan Pry, the senior coming in, and what it means to a team that's got a lot of young players on it. So she really believes that Aslan Pry as a leader is really an important part of this basketball team now. And of course, Aslan is a D9 and 10sports.com preseason player of the year, and you know, to earn an honor like that, you had to have a pretty good junior season, and she did.
Well, when you have an old district player coming back on your team right away, as someone like that, you know, right away you have an advantage. You have experience, you have talent, and you have someone that you can rely on. You know, and that's so huge in a sport like basketball, where, you know, it's just different. I mean, it's not football where you're relying on 10 other players on the field with you. I mean, it's so important to have that kind of talent on your disposal. Chris, can you hear me? It's kind of like hollow here. I can't hear you. Okay.
Well, the Clarion's got a couple of players to look at here too for them, and it really starts with Jordan Best, their junior forward.
Well, again, a talented kid. Beck's got 2 more years left as a junior, and they also have a girl coming in, Erica Selfridge, transferring from New York. Very talented volleyball player. I guess is going to be playing the point guard spot for Jess Quinn, and she should be a big addition athletically to them this year.
Yeah, and we saw what those Clarion girls could do in volleyball, obviously winning a state title. And one of the things Coach Quinn was trying to say there in his interview was how calm they are. Nothing rattles them. When you play at that level, it doesn't matter the sport.
Exactly. You're talking about athletes who compete at the highest level, and when you're talking about a state championship winning team, that tells you all you have to know. I don't care what sport it is.
Yeah, those players to watch are brought to you by Alana Brawler, State Farm Insurance. Alana Brawler, State Farm Insurance. For all your insurance needs, check out AlanaBrawler.com. That's AlanaBrawler.com. It's time for our Rehab Center keys to the game. The Rehab Center, chiropractors caring for health. Check them out at therehabcenters.com with 6 locations, including in Clarion, Katanning, and Brookville. So, Al, it's a season opening game. What are the keys to this basketball game?
Well, I think the key especially for Clarion, is to stay out of foul trouble. I mean, they're not very deep. They only have 9 players. I don't know how deep that 9-player roster goes, but you don't want to be in a situation where you're shorthanded early on. For Moniteau, you want to be smart. You want to get the ball to your top gun, number 23, Ashton Pry. Also, you want to stay out of foul trouble. And key thing is, and especially in girls' high school basketball, you want to minimize the turnovers. I think the team that turns the ball over the least amount is going to have a much better chance at victory tonight.
Guess I should turn up what's going on here so I can actually hear myself. I think that anytime you get into a situation early in the season, and again, it's also, I think, a key tonight is not being too overhyped, because it's kind of like a first game, but then you're going to have to take a pause. And, you're a coach, Al. You coached for a long time, 35 plus years as an assistant coach at the collegiate level. If you're in a situation like this, if this was you, is your team was playing in this situation where they're playing a game and then they know they're not going to be allowed to even practice for 3 weeks after this, what's your message as a coach?
I tell them right now, first of all, don't try to do too much, okay? I know it's a cliche, but play within yourself. Don't force the issue. Don't think about today. Don't think about yesterday. Don't think about what's going to happen in the next 3 weeks. All we can control is these next 32 minutes in front of us, and just play your game. That's all you can do, and obviously these girls are going to be excited. They're going to be hyped. They're going to think in the back of their mind, this is going to be our last game we're going to play in for a while. And as a coach, you have to do everything you can to almost circumvent that and just let them know, listen, let's just worry about tonight. Don't worry about anything else. Don't try to do too much. Don't force the issue. Let the game come to you, and let's just follow our game plan. If we do that, we got a good chance of winning this game.
Again, Al's keys to the game brought to you by the Rehab Center, chiropractors caring for health. Check them out at therehabcenters.com. That's centers, the old English way, RES.com. I want to thank some of our other sponsors while we've got a second here. Gatesman's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning for all your HVAC needs. Call Gatesman's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning today at 814-782-3280. I know Matt and Lori Gatesman are big supporters of District 9 athletics. Of course, their daughter Abby, one of the best players to come through District 9 in a long time, is hoping to get some games in at Clarion University this year. So special thanks to Gatesman's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Also, Hunter Station Golf Course. There's no better Christmas gift for a golfer in your life than a season pass from Hunter Station Golf Club, located 3 miles south of Tynesta. Call today to get your pass at 814-755-4558. Also, ask for their stay and play rates at their at the lodge there. Also, again, that's Hunter Station Golf Club, 3 miles south of Tynesta, 814-755-4558. Also being brought to you by GC Town Properties. Looking for affordable housing in the Clarion area? Then check out gctownproperties.com. That's gctownproperties.com. Also being brought to you by Computer Support in Clarion. For all your computer needs, check out computer support in Clarion. It's now time for our national anthem. So, national anthem being played here at Moniteau. No fans allowed inside today, so we're kind of going to be your ears and eyes here. And again, I do apologize for a little bit of the technical difficulties with our audio, but we've been working through that. So, Clarion starters being announced: Erica Selfridge, Ava Jericho, Peyton Simcoe, Noel Anthony, and Jordan Best for Clarion. For Moniteau, Catherine Kelly is getting the start, as is Kendall Sankey and Zoe Hillwig, Abby Rotman, and Ashlyn Pry. Head coaches for tonight's contest are D.R. Blaster for Moniteau and Jess Quinn for the Clarion Cats.
So for Clarion, we have Simcoe, Best, Anthony, Selfridge, and
did you get Jericho, Al?
I didn't get Jericho, no.
Okay, Ava Jericho.
And then for Moniteau, we have R. Blaster, Rotman.
Rotman.
Yeah, Rotman. I said that. Pry, Hillwig, and Sankey.
Did you get Kelly, Catherine Kelly, number 5?
Yeah, Kelly. Sorry.
Okay.
So Kelly, Rotman, Pry, Hillwig, and Sankey.
I think you have those all right, correct, Al?
Yes.
Sorry about that, folks, as we get ready here for the opening tip-off. And I'm going to be calling play-by-play and working the camera here, folks. So if the camera gets a little bit off kilter for a moment, just bear with me. I'm playing with a skeleton crew here, again, with all the COVID restrictions. So we've got the tip-off, and it's won by Moniteau. And with it is Sankey going all the way to the hoop. Her layup is missed and rebounded there by Peyton Simcoe.
Yeah, just missed, forced it a little bit, just went a little bit strong to the glass.
So Anthony gives it off to Jericho. Jericho to Selfridge. Selfridge over to Anthony. Back to Jericho. Jericho dumps it to Best. Best gives it back to Selfridge. Selfridge looking around inside for Anthony, and it's taken away there by Pry. And here comes Moniteau. Pry all the way to the hoop for the layup, and it's good, and it's 2-0 Moniteau. So Moniteau quickly into a full court press. Selfridge will get it over the timeline.
You can see already the long athleticism that Ashlyn Pry has.
Here's Jericho. Jericho inside to Selfridge. Selfridge, knocked away there nicely by Sankey, but Clarion controls the basketball. Here's Noel Anthony. Gives it off to Peyton Simcoe.
Moniteau on a man-to-man.
Simcoe to Jericho, now to Selfridge. Selfridge, foul line jumper, banks it home. Bank was open now.
And Selfridge makes her first shot of her Clarion basketball career.
Kelly over to Sankey, inside to Pry. Now it's taken away there by Jordan Best as she takes it away from Sankey. Now Best is in trouble, and there's going to be a timeout called here by Clarion head coach Jess Quinn.
Good call by Jess right there. They were trapped, had nowhere to go, and it was a turnover waiting to happen. So good call by Jess.
Timeout's brought to you by Icy Ink in Warren. Be cool when you take a timeout, just like they are at Icy Ink in Warren. Where? Icy Ink today. So Clarion and Moniteau tied 2-2 at the 6:30 mark here of quarter number one. You're listening to the Allegheny Girl High School basketball on D9and10sports.com. Chris Rossetti here alongside the coach, the one and only Coach Al Moderjeski.
And it might get sloppy a little bit early, Chris, as these teams start to feel their way into the season. Here we are in the first couple of minutes of the 2020-21 season.
So Moniteau doesn't press that time. Here's Jericho with it for Clarion. Back off of a knee injury. Here's Anthony with a three-pointer for the Lady Cats. Up and off, rebounded by Best, but taken away there by Rotman. Off to Hillwig. Hillwig, jumper on the way. It's a two-pointer, no good. Rebound, fought for, and won there by Erica Selfridge. Here's Jericho. Jericho driving all the way to the lane. She has her shot blocked by Pry. Here comes Moniteau. It's Hillwig. Hillwig over to Kelly, and Kelly is going to get called for the walkout? Or?
Yeah, it was a little surprising. I thought they ran their break really well right there, and I'm not sure if that was a walk, but that's what the referee saw.
So
but
2-2.
They missed the layup anyway.
Yeah, 2-2 at the 5:58 mark, 5:48 mark of quarter number one. Here's Selfridge across the timeline for Clarion. Gives it off to Anthony, over to Jericho. Jericho to Selfridge, back to Jericho. Here's Simcoe with it. Simcoe over to Selfridge. Selfridge at the top of the key, gives it off to Jericho. Inside to Best, back to Jericho, now to Selfridge. Selfridge, three-pointer in the air. No good, rebounded there by Sankey from Moniteau. Gets it to Pry. Pry wants to run. She takes it to the hoop, strong and in as she takes it over Erica Selfridge for the two-pointer, and it's 4-2 Moniteau. So nice strong move there.
Ashlyn Pry reminds me of a female Jason Tatum. I mean, she's athletic, she's long, she can rebound, she can block shots, handles the ball well. You can see where she's an elite type player for this level, Chris.
Best misses that shot, rebounded by Moniteau. Here's Rotman. Rotman, three in the air, no good, rebounded by Peyton Simcoe. Gives it to Anthony. Anthony wants to run. Anthony into Best. Best has a little trouble with it, tries to save it, and it's taken away by Monitau's Catherine Kelly. Here comes Kelly, moving to the basket. Blocked there nicely by Erica Selfridge. And out of bounds, it'll remain Moniteau basketball.
Both teams want to push the tempo here, Chris, and Selfridge already is showing to me what kind of athlete she is.
Triggering here is Kelly from Moniteau. Triggers it to Pry. Pry takes it hard to the hoop. No good. Defended there by Best. Rebounded by Simcoe.
Probably forced that right there. Didn't need to shoot that right there.
Simcoe slows it down, gives it to Best. Selfridge. Selfridge, three-pointer in the air. No good. Rebounded by Pry. Pry gets it to Hillwig. Hillwig knocked it around. It gets into the hands of Rotman. Back to Pry. Pry hands it off to Hillwig. Here's Rotman in the corner, rubs in and out, no good, rebounded by Erica Selfridge. Selfridge quickly across the timeline, then slows it down. Now quickly
nice
inside. She saw Jordan Best. I'm not sure Jordan Best saw her.
No, that's what I'm saying. She, very instinctual athlete, no question about it. To me, right now, the two best players on the floor are Selfridge and Pry. They stick out more than anyone else with their length, their athleticism, the way they feel the game.
Checking into the game is Rebecca Kenter for Clarion.
1-4 set on the out of bounds.
Here's Jericho over to the corner, now inside to Kentner. Kentner,
nice
layup and a foul. There's a foul there on Pry, and it's going to count. So it's going to be the basket plus one here.
Nice post feed to Kentner, and she finished inside.
Free throw line brought to you by the Potter County Campground. Camping all year round in God's country. Check them out at pottercountycamping.com.
Tries to finish the natural three-point play.
Shot is up, no good. Rebounded, though, there by Selfridge, and she gets it to Kentner. And Kentner, another shot, this time no good. Rebounded by Moniteau, and then walking there, I think that was Hillwig, who's going to get called for the travel. So with 3:36 to play here in quarter number 1, it's 4-4 Moniteau and Clarion. Jericho inbounds. First quarter brought to you by Gateson's Plumbing, Heating, and AC. For all your HVAC needs, call Gateson's Plumbing, Heating, and AC today at 814-782-3280. Jericho over to Simcoe. Simcoe's shot no good. Out of bounds. Rebound goes to Moniteau. So Clarion taking a lot of jumpers right now, Al, but they're just not finding the rhythm.
The one time they try to get it inside, they converted. So
across the timeline, here comes Moniteau. It's Hillwig with it. Hillwig over to Kelly. Now Hillwig, three-pointer in the air. No good. Rebounded strong there by Erica Selfridge. Selfridge across the timeline. Gives it to Jericho. Jericho, three-pointer in the air. No good. Rebound out of bounds off of Clarion. Back to Moniteau.
Chris, Erica Selfridge really sees the floor well. She really sees the floor well.
We didn't get to that part because of the technical difficulties we were having with the audio, Al, but that's exactly what Jess Quinn told me about her, was that he really was impressed with how well she sees the floor.
I noticed this right away.
Here's Rotman. Rotman, two-pointer in the air, riddles in and out, rebounded there by Selfridge.
Here we are on a 3-and-1 break.
Selfridge to Anthony. Anthony back to Selfridge. Selfridge layup no good. Rebound by Kettner. Kettner no good. Kettner tries to get her own rebound. I think she's fouled on the play. I think they're going to call this on Kendall Sankey. It is on Kendall Sankey. That's going to be Sankey's first, Monitau's second. So with 2:32 to play in a 4-4 game here in quarter number 1.
Chris, you catch the first foul for Moniteau?
Yeah, it was on Pry. Jumper here by Selfridge, no good. Rebound by Kettner. Her shot's no good. Rebounded there by Hillwig. Quickly up the court and out of bounds to Clarion. So Jordan Best looking to check back in, as I think we've got a timeout here. We do. Timeout called by DR Blaster and the Moniteau Warriors. Timeout's brought to you by, so I almost knocked the camera over, Icy Ink in Warren. Be cool when you take a timeout, just like they are at Icy Ink in Warren. Wear Icy Ink. Tonight's game being brought to you by TGIF Solutions. TGIF Solutions is the home of the Brad Johnson Agency in Shippenville, the Vody Agency in Warren, McMahon & Brothers Insurance in Franklin, and Shellhammer Atwood Agency in Katanning. TGIFsolutions.com for all your insurance needs. Also being brought to you by Vinyl Graphics Unlimited in Shippenville. Looking for fundraising, decals, photo enlargement, stretch canvas prints, signs, safety labels of all types. Call Vinyl Graphics Unlimited in Shippenville today at 226-7887. Here's Best. Best has it blocked there nicely by Pry. Gets her own rebound. Shot up, and this time she is going to be fouled. I think it was Rotman that got her.
It might have been Pry, Chris.
It was Rotman?
Rotman, okay.
So Jordan Best to the line to shoot 2 for Clarion. First shot is up and rattles home, and Clarion takes a 5-4 lead at the 2:02 mark of quarter number 1. Shot is up, shot is good, and it's 6-4 Clarion. Rotman over to Kelly, to Hillwig. Kelly, Rotman, down to Sankey, inside to Pry. Nice move. Layup no good. She gets her own rebound, though. Puts it up. Hits the bottom of the basket. And Jordan Best with the rebound for Clarion. Best across the timeline for the Lady Cats. Selfridge to Anthony. Quickly inside, looking for Simcoe. That pass was a little high.
Good look. Might have forced it a little bit right there.
And the turnover, ball back.
But they're a very unselfish crew, but they're looking for the open lady, so
1:30 to play here in the first quarter. 6-4 Clarion in the lead. Sankey in the corner. Jumper now on the way by Kelly. No good. Rebound fought for, and it goes off of Simcoe, out of bounds to Moniteau. So 1:17 now to play here in quarter number 1. 6-4 Clarion in the lead.
On a 3 across, out of bounds. Screen down and look for the man at the...
Kelly with the shot, no good. Rebounds on the ground. Fought for, into the hands of Sankey. Sankey gets it to Kelly. Kelly now to Sankey. Sankey layup good, and we're tied at 6. Nice look there by Kendall Sankey for Moniteau. Here's Selfridge. Selfridge inside to Jericho. Jericho layup, no good, gets her own rebound. Thinks about going back up with it, has it knocked around. Into the hands there of Simcoe, and the shot is off the mark, and Catherine Kelly with the rebound. Kelly, Hillwig, three-pointer on the way, rattles in, and it's 9-6 in favor of Moniteau. Quick 5-0 run by the Lady Warriors.
Both teams are doing a good job on the offensive glass, Chris, as they're getting a lot of second chance opportunities. But right now, obviously, Moniteau's doing a little bit better job converting that.
Here's Best to Simcoe. Simcoe thought about the three, instead goes over to Jericho. Now to Best. Best to Selfridge. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Selfridge's shot is blocked. Out of bounds. It'll remain to Clarion with 3.4 seconds left here in quarter number one.
If I'm Erica Selfridge here, I'd pump fake, try to draw the foul. You go up there like that, you're going to get a block 9 times.
Best to Selfridge. Tries to give it back to Best. Taken away by Rotman. Her shot will be after the horn. And at the end of quarter number one, it's Moniteau 9, Clarion 6. You're listening to Allegheny Grill High School basketball on D9 and 10sports.com. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg will be open for takeout and delivery during the COVID-19 mitigation orders. Delivery is set from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day. And takeout, including curbside, is available from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily. Call today to place your order or buy a gift card from the Allegheny Grill of Foxburg, 724-659-5701. Also being brought to you by Gatesman's Plumbing, Heating, and AC. For all your HVAC needs, call Gatesman's Plumbing, Heating, and AC today at 814-782-3280. Tonight's game also being brought to you by Framorelli Sales and Service. For a great running used car, go to Framorelli Sales and Service in Brockway. Check out their inventory at Framorelli.com. Also being brought to you by the Computer Support in Clarion. Get a computer from Computer Support in Clarion to help add up all the stats. Check them out online at computersup.com. Special thanks to the Chericos, another great supporter of what we're trying to do here. As Clarion gets the ball to start the second half. Snow Anthony with it, over to Simcoe. To Selfridge, looks inside for Simcoe. For Anthony, taken away by Pry, and then nice steal there by Erica Selfridge. Selfridge to Jericho, back to Selfridge. Now she pulls it out to Simcoe, back into Best. Best working around, going for the layup. Lots of contact, no call. They say that gutting all ball there was Pry. Here's Pry all the way. And now there's going to be a block called on Jordan Best.
That was a 50-50 call, Chris. That could have gone either way, really.
I think Best is a little perturbed because there was no call on the other end, but
and that was foul on Jordan Best, right?
Yeah, her first, team first.
Yes.
7:22 to play here in quarter number two. 9-6 Moniteau. Aslan Pry's first free throw is no good.
Well, Chris, one thing I found out throughout coaching, if you're an all-conference player, you're going to get some of those calls.
Checking into the game is Victoria Pry for the Lady Warriors. This time Aslan Pry's free throw, no good. Rebounded there by Peyton Simcoe. Anthony takes it across the timeline, gives it over to Jericho. Jericho quickly to Simcoe. Simcoe looks inside for Best. It's knocked away by Victoria Pry, but back into the hands of Simcoe. Her shot is no good. Rebound out of bounds. It'll stay Clarion basketball. Inbounding the basketball is Clarion, and it's taken away by Sankey. And now a jump ball is called as tying up Sankey there was Noel Anthony. But possession arrow will go to Moniteau at the 6:58 mark of quarter number two.
And what we've seen, Chris, really is not unexpected right now. It's going to be a little bit raggedy. It's going to be rough. Teams are going to be turning the ball over. It's their first game. They're anxious. They haven't played. I would not be surprised to see a lot of time.
Nice in playoffs there to Aslan Pry for the layup, and it's 11-6 Moniteau. It's a really nice look there by Sankey. And now ball's taken away by Pry, throwing right to her by Jericho, and now she's going to go in on Jericho, and a layup and a foul on Jericho. There wasn't much contact there. but they're going to get the foul and the basket, so a chance for a 4-point play here for Moniteau. Checking back in is Rotman. 13-6, Moniteau in the lead. They are on a 9-0 run right now. Pry's shot is up and good. Make that a 10-0 run, and it's 14-6. Moniteau in the lead.
And already 9 points with Ashlyn Pry. 9 of the 14 Moniteau points.
Anthony over the timeline. Jericho to Selfridge. Selfridge makes a move to the basket. Nice pass to Best, and then blocked by Pry. Ball's loose on the ground, and finding it through a sea of bodies with Selfridge. Here's Best. Lots of body contact, no call. Clarion retains possession of the basketball. Selfridge to Best, and then they're going to call that. They're going to get Ashlyn Pry for that, Al, after all that contact. That's got to drive a coach nuts.
And Chris, that's her second foul.
It is. Yeah. And it was a ticky-tack one at that. Right. I mean, my goodness. She's going to have to sit down here, and that's a big loss for Moniteau.
I mean, she's obviously the dominant player on the floor, so you don't want her on off the floor too much. 2 fouls this early hurts.
Selfridge, wild shot, rebound by Rotman. So Rotman across the timeline. Looks it, gives it off to Hillwig.
Moniteau showing good ball movement. Swinging the ball.
Rotman, shot in the air, no good. Sankey, though, was that the weak side? That's the weak side.
Rebound,
weak side rebound. Sorry, yo. Sankey with it again. Really been impressed by Kendall Sankey. She just seems to be doing a little bit of everything right now for the Lady Warriors.
Oh, she's unafraid to get inside. She's gotten some key offensive rebounds. She passes the ball well. And right now, Moniteau showing a lot of patience, moving the ball around.
Here's Kelly to Rotman. Rotman back to Kelly. 3-pointer in the air by Hillwig, no good. Sankey battling with Best there, but Best is able to win that rebound.
And Jordan Best already has at least 4 or 5 rebounds.
Selfridge gives it off to Best. Best to Anthony. Noel Anthony looking things over, gives it off to Ava Jericho. Jericho inside to Simcoe, all the way to the basket for the hoop.
Nice pass by it.
That'll stop the 10-0 run by Moniteau. It's now 14-8 Lady Warriors in the lead with 4:39 to play on a running second quarter clock. Rodman with the basketball, gives it to Kelly. Here's Rodman with it again. Clarion in a bit of a zone here, Al.
Yes. I think they want to see if they can prove to shoot the ball from the outside, especially with Pry out of there. Make them beat it from the outside. See what they have.
Rotman has her pass tipped away there by Best. She was looking for Sankey. Checking in now for the Warriors will be Abby Jewett. Abby, the daughter of the boys basketball coach Mike Jewett, whose team is out at Neshannock playing a doubleheader tonight. Got 2 games in one night.
A doubleheader?
Yeah. There's a couple of those going on. Some teams figured, hey, we're going to get games in.
COVID, yeah, why not? It's like a tournament, right?
Yeah, if you're gonna shut us down, we're going to get as many games in. And here now there's a blocking foul. They're going to get that, I think, on Hillwig. We'll wait for the official call here.
I think it's on Hillwig, yeah.
That'll be the 5th or 6th on Moniteau. Saying foul number 5.
It's 5.
That's also the second now on Abby Rotman. They called it on Rotman, it looks like.
Yeah, 5. 2 on Rotman, 2 on Pry.
And Selfridge with the layup for Clarion. The Lady Cats back within 4 at 14-10. And here's Sankey. Sankey driving baseline.
Good baseline defense. Really impressed with Erica Selfridge, Coach. Really.
Hillwig with the 3-pointer, Best with the rebound. I got to get used to doing TV games, Al. I'm used to doing radio. I don't have to talk as much when I do TV.
let the game speak for itself, Chris.
Selfridge, turnaround layup, good.
She's impressive, Chris.
14-12, and it's a quick 6-0 run for Clarion. They answer the 10-0 run.
With Erica Selfridge having half the points right now. Very impressive athlete. Her volleyball skills are translating well to the basketball court.
They're going to get Jericho there for the foul. Yeah, no, I guess I shouldn't be surprised, Al, because, I mean, she was a heck of a volleyball player, so I shouldn't be surprised that she's a heck of a basketball player.
That's 2 on Jericho, Chris.
Yeah, Davina Pry checks in along with Catherine Kelly for Moniteau here. Jewett Inside Sankey, then
Showing good movement against the zone, and a
two-pointer there by Catherine Kelly. 16-12. Ends that 6-0 run by Clarion. They say basketball's a game of runs, Al.
And they did a great job moving the ball against that zone right there.
Nice job. Nice pass there. I think that was Jericho that time,
yes,
who gets it inside to Noel Anthony, and she'll be fouled, and she will go to the line to shoot 2 here as the foul is on Sankey, and that's 2 on her. So that's 3 players with 2 fouls for Moniteau. Shot is up, no good. Checking in now is Autumn Stewart as Sankey checks out for Clarion. Taylor Alston, the freshman, seeing her first varsity action here with 2:48 to play in the second quarter of a 16-12 game. That free throw up, no good. Jordan Bass fights for the rebound, but just can't save it along the baseline there. Ball out of bounds, and now Ashlyn Pry will re-enter the game for Moniteau with those 2 fouls.
Chris, on 3 different occasions, Clarion's hurt Moniteau with that backdoor cut.
So Pry back into the game with the 2 fouls for the Lady Warriors. Are you a little surprised?
They've had some good layup opportunities in those backdoor cuts and finding the open man.
And we've got a travel. They're going to call Catherine Kelly with a travel. Now Stewart's going to check back in, and so they're going to try to go offense-defense right now with Ashlyn Pry, Al.
Yeah, which is smart.
So Alston gets it to Selfridge. Selfridge across the timeline. Selfridge, 3-pointer in the air. Good, she banks it home. Not the second time the bank's been open for Erica Selfridge.
Yes.
3-pointer makes it 16-15 now. Clarion back within 1. Jewett to Davina Pry. Now to Stewart, back to Davina Pry. Davina Pry shot up and good. Davina Pry, the fresh, yeah, I think Davina's
and
a
Chris,
freshman.
against that zone, you want to get that inside-outside look to get the defense shifting, and they're doing a good job with that right now.
Here's Clarion with the basketball taken away by Rotman. She wants to run. Gives it up, but she gave it to Selfridge, and then Selfridge to Best, who was cherry-picking. Best layup is good, and it's 18-17 with 1:39 to play.
I'm not sure
here in the first half.
I'm not sure who she thought she was passing the ball to right there, but evidently she thought it was one of her teammates.
There's Jewett. Jewett with it.
You want to look at that high post touch.
Rotman with it in the corner, gives it back.
Try to shift that zone as best you can.
Jewett, 3-pointer in the air, no good. Rebounded by Noel Anthony, and here comes Clarion. Quickly across the timeline with 1:10 to play. Here's Selfridge, 3-pointer in the air. It's good. Erica Selfridge is on fire, and Clarion leads 20-18. How many is that for Selfridge now?
12 points, Chris.
And that'll force DR Blaster to take a Icy Ink and Warren timeout. Be cool when you take a be cool when you take a timeout, just like they are at Icy Ink in Warren. Wear Icy Ink today. Today's game also being brought to you by the computer guru of Leaper, the Allegheny Grill of Foxburg, Fran Morelli Sales and Service, Vinyl Graphics Unlimited in Shippenville, TGIF Solutions, the computer support in Clarion. Get a computer from computer support to help you add up those stats so that Al's not over there trying to do it all by hand. That computer from computer support in Clarion. Check them out online at computersup.com. Again, special thanks to Fred and Kim Jericho for their support of tonight's broadcast. And that ball is out of bounds.
And just muffed the pass, that's all. It just went through her hands. No one was there, no defense there.
Also special thanks to Alana Brawler, whose daughter Mara Pry is an assistant coach for Moniteau.
And Clarion now has a chance to extend their lead going into halftime.
So 45 seconds on a running clock here in the first half. Selfridge, another 3-pointer in the air. She's feeling it. Oh, it rims in and out, but Kettner with the rebound. Put back, no good. Rebounded there by Pry, and she will be fouled.
I think they called that on Kettner. No,
they called that on Best, and that's her second.
Yep.
And Jess Quinn not happy with Just Quinn. I think he wanted them to hold that ball there out.
Yeah, I think, especially when you have the lead right now, just get a good shot. No reason to hurry anything.
And now Best with 2 fouls. I don't know if she realizes that Jordan Best got 2 fouls with 20 seconds to play here. And then she takes a risk and steals the basketball, and then she goes the whole way, and she's going to be fouled by Jewett.
Very athletic play by Jordan Best right there. Saw the opening in the gap there, jumped the pass, and now have a chance to go to the line and add to their lead. And the foul was on...
the foul was on Jewett.
Jewett, that's what I thought.
So from the Potter County Campground free throw line, Jordan Best first free throw up and good. You're looking for camping all year round in God's country. Check out Potter County Camping at PotterCountyCamping.com. Jordan Best second shot is up. Second shot is good. And Clarion with the 22-18 lead here with 14 seconds to play.
And Jordan Best, a perfect 4 for 4 from the foul line.
Down to 8 seconds. Inside, now out to Jewett, 5 seconds. Three-pointer in the air by Kelly, no good as the horn sounds, and we'll go to halftime with the Clarion Lady Cats holding a 22-18 lead off of Moniteau after outscoring. What was the score there that quarter, Al?
Well, it was 9-6 after the first quarter, so it's
16-9.
Yeah.
So as Coach Al will add up our stats in the first half for you, we will take an opportunity to thank a couple of our sponsors. Freedom Investment Group. The Freedom Investment Group. For all your financial needs, go to freedomwealthcoach.com. Also being brought to you by Alana Brawler, State Farm Insurance. Check them out at alanabrawler.com. That's ALANABRAHLER.com. Alana Brawler, State Farm Insurance. Also being brought to you by Gatesman's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. For all your HVAC needs, call Gatesman's Plumbing, Heating, and AC today at 814-782-3280. Being brought to you by Hunter Station Golf Club. There's no better Christmas gift for that golfer in your life than a season pass from Hunter Station Golf Club, located 3 miles south of Tynesta. Call today to get your pass at 814-755-4558. Another great supporter of D9and10sports.com is the Obenrader family who owns Hunter Station Golf Club. Of course, Terry Obenrader, the assistant coach at North Clarion. And, who could ever forget Tori Obenrader, Al? One of the greatest players to ever come through Clarion County with over 2,000 career points and 1,000 career rebounds.
A high-level Division II player who's proving it every day at Gannon University.
Also being brought to you by GC Town Properties. Looking for affordable housing in the Clarion area? Then check out GCTownProperties.com. By TGIF Solutions. TGIF Solutions is the home of the Brad Johnson Agency in Shippenville, the Vody Agency in Warren, McMahon Brothers Insurance in Franklin, and Shellhammer Atwood Agency in Katanning. Check them out online at TGIFSolutions.com. Also being brought to you by Framarelli Sales and Service for the great running used car. Go to Framarelli Sales and Service in Brockway. Check out their inventory at framarelli.com. And it's time for our GC Town Properties halftime show. Once again, if you're looking for affordable housing in the Clarion area, then check out GCTownProperties.com. It's time for our stats, brought to you by the Computer Support in Clarion. Get a computer from Computer Support in Clarion to help out all the stats. Family owned and operated by the Jerichos. Computer Support is a proud supporter of the Clarion Lady Cats. Check them out online at computersup.com.
Well, Chris, it's 22-18 at a half. Clarion ahead. Very contested, highly competitive game like we expected. The only surprise is I think we thought that Moniteau might have a little bit of advantage with their experience, led by Ashton Pry, the all-district player. But the debut of Erica Selfridge, a young lady whose athleticism is definitely transferred over from the volleyball court. Her first time in a Clarion uniform, her first time in a Clarion basketball court. And the young lady has 12 points in her debut. She's well on her way to a stellar first game performance, Chris. But she's leads the team with 12. Next up is Jordan Best with 6 points, a perfect 4 for 4 from the foul line. Simcoe has 1 basket for 2, and Kettner has a putback for 2 for Clarion area's 22 points. For Moniteau, they are led by Ashton Pry, the all-district player with 11 points. on 5 field goals and 1 of 3 from the foul line. She also has 2 fouls, which could prove problematic as we go into the second half. But she has 11 of the 16 points. Other points are a 3-pointer by Miss Hillwig, Zoe Hillwig, who has 3, 2 by Sankey, and 2 by Kelly for their total of 18, which brings us 22-18 halftime score. Foul trouble, Jericho and Best have 2 each. For Clarion and for Moniteau, Rotman, Pry, and Sankey all have 2.
So, Al, I'm sorry, Al, I was in the middle of doing something, fixing something here. It looked like we couldn't get the stuff on our site right now, so I'm working on fixing that. But we're at halftime here at Moniteau High School. The stuff on our site. As Athletic Director John Stoughton brings us up each a bottle of water. Very appreciative of that, John, and really everything that John's done to help us bring this game today. Again, not your normal circumstances here at Moniteau. You know, with everything going on, some teams were willing to play today, even though they knew that starting tomorrow that there was going to be a shutdown, but. That is where we're at right now, Al. And if you were trying to watch the game on our site, it's telling us it's unavailable because the embed, because it may contain content owned by somebody else, but we weren't doing anything that would have been owned by anybody else, Al. That's kind of weird. So anyhow, just hop on over to our Facebook page, folks. If you're trying to find where to find us, you can find us over on the Facebook page. Not sure why. It's not allowing you to watch it on the website itself. That's kind of interesting, but I mean, you know, it's Facebook.
And Chris, I missed it. Did anyone take a timeout first? I think one team.
Yeah, Moniteau took a couple of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Moniteau took a couple of timeouts there, and we're getting ready here. About 4 minutes to go here before the start of the second half. Let's take a look at our Rehab Center keys to the second half. Chiropractors, caring for health. Check them out at therehabcenters.com with locations in Clarion, Brookville, Katanning, Lower Borough, Apollo, and the north side of Pittsburgh. Al, what are your keys to the second half?
Well, the first key for Moniteau is to not get Ashlyn Pry her 3rd foul early on. They need her on the court as much as possible. Obviously a dominant player, by far the best player in the team. I think they're doing a good job of moving the ball well against Clarion zone, but they just got to get better looks and be a little bit more patient, a little more inside-outside action against that zone. For Clarion, Erica Selfridge is a story. I mean, a tremendous debut, 12 points. Obviously, she's their go-to player. I think they're much more effective when they push the ball in transition and get some odd-man breaks. And I think when they do that, they're going to have an advantage against Moniteau. But it should be a very competitive second half, and we're looking forward to it, Chris.
Yeah, it should be a really good second half. 4-point game right now. Hey, who would be your player of the half? Brought to us by All-American Awards and Engraving. Check them out online at allamericanhq.com. Who would be your player of the half, Al?
My player of the half would have to be Erica Selfridge, Coach. I mean, Chris. I keep calling you Coach. I'm so used to dealing with coaches. But, Chris, really, you are a coach. You've been around the game long enough. But, no, all kidding aside, Erica Selfridge would be my halftime player of the game so far. Again, first time in a Clarion uniform. The new kid, the transfer from New York State, has come in and had 12 points and shown to herself to be very comfortable playing with her teammates. This is the first time she's ever played with any of these young ladies. Maybe some of them were volleyball teammates, but she's shown what kind of a stellar athlete she is and is making a seamless transition from the volleyball court to the basketball court. And, of course, obviously, Ashlyn Pry is always a key when she plays. Having a good first half with 11 points, I'm guessing about 5 or 6 rebounds, close to a double-double at halftime. But the bottom line is, if you had to pick one person right now, it would be Erica Selfridge.
No question, Al. I mean, very impressive. And then she got hot late in the half too, which was, I think, a really important thing for Clarion.
She picked up 10 of her 12 points in the second quarter.
And how many of those came after Ashlyn Pry was out of the game, I wonder? I mean, we don't have a way of figuring that out.
I'm guessing at least 8 of them. At least 8.
And really, just a heads up, hey, other team's best player comes out. You better take advantage of that, Al. And Clarion did there in that first half.
No question. It just shows you what a key player Ashland
Pry, yes.
Yes, no question.
Again, tonight's game being brought to you by Vinyl Graphics Unlimited in Shippensville.
And you have to also.
Hold on a second here.
You have to sponsors. I forget that.
Yeah, we're taking care of our sponsors here. Brought to you by the Vinyl Graphics Unlimited in Shippensville. Looking for fundraising decals, photo enlargements, stretch canvas prints, signs, safety labels of all types. No job is too large or too small for Vinyl Graphics Unlimited in Shippensville. Call Vinyl Graphics today at 814-267-8887 or check them out on Facebook. Also being brought to you by Alana Brawler State Farm Insurance. Check out Alana Brawler State Farm Insurance online at ALANABRAHLER.com. Being brought to you also by Computer Support in Clarion. For all your computer needs, go to Computer Support in Clarion. Check them out online as well at computersup.com. They're on South 5th Avenue in Clarion, halfway between the Clarion Mall and Main Street. Also being brought to you by the Allegheny Grill of Foxburg. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, where you come for the food and stay for the view. The Allegheny Grill will remain open for takeout and delivery during the COVID-19 mitigation orders. Delivery is from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. every day. Check them out online at AlleghenyGrill.com. Start of the second half here. Clarion with the basketball. Erica Selfridge. There's Selfridge. Looking.
Nice backdoor cut. Good defense by Ashland Pry. They're aware of those backdoor cuts through the middle that Clarion was so effective in the first half, and Pry did a good job negating that right there.
Selfridge to Simcoe, now to Jericho.
Showing a lot of patience here.
Oh, just a little too strong there for Peyton Simcoe was the pass by Erica Selfridge.
I love Selfridge vision, Coach. I'm Chris. I love
That's
her
okay.
vision.
You can call me Coach.
I keep on calling you Coach. I don't know why.
Because you're so used to being on the bench.
And that's what it is. That's what it is. I keep on calling you Coach. Sorry, Chris.
It's okay. I'll go with Coach. I don't really know much, but I can be Coach.
You know enough. You've been around the game.
Here's Pry.
You know more than enough.
Pry to Sankey, now to Robin, back to
Good
Pry.
ball moving against the zone.
Jumper on the way. Good. Abby Rotman makes it 22-20 with 7 minutes to play here in quarter number 3. Clarion and Moniteau. Watching high school basketball on D9N10sports.com. Our inaugural basketball broadcast today. We're over in Brookville for a couple boys games. First girls game that we've done. Hoping to get some stuff started again the second week of... Oh, we're going to get a foul in the paint.
I didn't see anything there. I don't know.
Called that on, I think, Hillwig. It'll be her first. Team's first. Best inside. Nice play there, too. Noelle Anthony for the layup, and it's 24-20 Clarion. Pry brings it across the timeline. Gives it to Kelly. Back to Pry. Pry. Clarion staying in the zone. And it's taken away by Jericho. Nice hands there by Ava Jericho. And then taken right back away by Zoe Hillwig. She's trapped, but she's able to get it to Catherine Kelly.
You give it, then take it away.
Selfridge takes it away, and she just sort of pushed it up the court for Jericho, who does get it. Here's Best with a three-pointer on the way. Good. Jordy Best with a three-pointer, and Clarion leads by 7, 27-20.
Chris, that was back-to-back-to-back steals.
Here's Rotman. I think Clarion's biggest lead now at 7.
Yes, by far.
I'll call play-by-play for a second.
Okay, looking into the Hillwig at 12. Nice inside feed and stolen by 24, Best.
No, that's Jericho.
See, I don't know the names, Chris.
Here's Selfridge with a three-pointer on the way.
I'm saying 24, Chris. I don't know.
They're going to get a foul here on Ashland Pry. That's going to be her third on the rebound. Jordy Best was battling her for it, and Pry is going to pick up her third at the 5:22
and
mark
remember this, Chris. You're picking up a third foul midway through the half, a third quarter down by 7. That's a key point of the game, and this is where Clarion has to take advantage of the absence of Ashland Pry.
Inbound to Simcoe. She loses the basketball.
Tried to go up with it before she had it. happens all the time. She saw that basket right in front of her, and she just went up for it before she even had the ball.
I love watching Jess Quinn coach because he's so animated. He's just an animated coach.
Well, he knows this will be a great opportunity for them right now to make a big run.
Three-pointer on the way by Rotman. What a big three there by Abby Rotman. Just when Moniteau needed it the most, Abby Rotman, the senior, steps up and drills the three.
And Abby Rotman has all 5 points in the second half for Moniteau.
27-23 Clarion with 4:55 to play. Now Anthony with a three-pointer of her own. She answers right back for the Lady Cats. They lead by 7, 30-23, and at 4:50 to play here in quarter number 3.
And Anthony with 5 points of her own this half. She answers the three right away with a 30-23 lead for Clarion as we enter the midway point of the third quarter.
Catherine Kelly across the timeline to Jewett. In the corner to Sankey, back to Jewett, now to Kelly. Over to Rotman. Got
to get some inside touches against that zone.
Kelly in back and out to Rotman. There's Sankey. Tries to go inside, and Best steps in front of it and takes it away for Clarion. Here's the Lady Cats across the timeline.
Nice pass by.
And they're going to get Sankey for her third there. Is taking it right at her was Noelle Anthony. You've got to give Noelle Anthony a lot of credit there, Al. She just took the basketball and took it right to her.
And she's been playing very well this half. And right now, Monitau's advantage in depth is being negated by their foul trouble with two of their key players with 3 fouls each.
Anthony misses the free throw from the Potter County Campground free throw line. Camping all year round in God's Country, PotterCountyCamping.com.
Chris, God's Country is Grove City. That's what Jordan Fee always told me.
Yeah, God's Country is really up there along that Route 6 corridor. When we were up in Smethport there, Al, that's really where it kind of starts. You remember how beautiful it was when we were up there for football in the fall?
Yes, it is. No question.
Just keep going over, and you'll eventually get to Potter County and the Potter County Campground. The Chambers family, you actually know that family, Al. You recruited Owen when you were at Clarion University.
Great young man.
Missed layup there by Anthony, rebounded by Kelly.
Watch from behind.
Nice job there by Monitau's.
Nice offensive rebound.
Yeah, that was Victoria Pride. Now Rotman three-pointer in the air, no good. Best with the rebound for Clarion. So lots of
up and down action.
Yeah, just Kim wants his team to settle down here.
You have a 7-point lead. Their best players in foul trouble. Be smart. Get good shots. Nice cut.
Inside to Anthony. Misses the layup, gets her own rebound, and then she's going to be fouled by Rotman. And Anthony will go back to the free throw line.
And that's Rotman's third foul.
And it's the fourth here in the half on Moniteau. So Pride looks like she's ready to check back in here as Anthony again from the Potter County Campground free throw line. Shot is up and good. 31-23 as Pride checks back in for Moniteau. Also checking in for the first time, Bryn Barger.
And that's Anthony at the line, right, Chris?
Yes, Noah Anthony at the line. Clarion by 8 with 3:26 to play here in the third quarter, 31-23. Anthony to shoot again. Shot is up this time, no good, and Pride with the rebound. She quickly wants to push it across the timeline. Now she wants to take it against Best. Lots of contact, no call. I think she was a little surprised there. Probably a little lucky, too, that wasn't a charge.
Very lucky. That should have been a charge.
Selfridge to Anthony. Thinks about the three, doesn't take it.
Had the open jumper.
Here's Selfridge. Over to Simcoe.
Nice baseline drive. Nice drive.
Peyton Simcoe gives Clarion a 10-point lead at 33-23 at the 2:57 mark of quarter number 3.
And this is when you have a chance to put your foot on their throat and really open up a lead if you can take advantage of it right now.
Three-pointer in the air by Kelly. No good. Rebounded by Anthony. Noel Anthony for Clarion.
This is a big possession right here, Chris. You can really extend this lead on their home court. Put your foot down as we get close to the fourth quarter.
Jericho back to Selfridge. Selfridge to Simcoe. Simcoe in the corner to Anthony. Moniteau on a 2-3 right now. Selfridge.
Take your time. Take your time. Get a good shot.
Selfridge three-pointer in the air.
I think she might have hit there.
I think she was. Best tries to save the rebound, but it comes into Barger. And now walking is Ashlyn Pry, and she can't believe it. And now checking back into the game for Moniteau will be Victoria Pry as Barger takes a seat. Things just not going well since they were up 16-8, Al.
And Clarion is yet to commit a foul this half, Chris.
Three-pointer in the air by Jericho. Banks it home.
Banks open.
Clarion by 13 at 36-23 at the 2:06 mark of the third quarter. Pry looks things over. Gives it to Jewett. Now to the corner for Victoria Pry. Back out to Aslan Pry. Now inside to Davina Pry. Lots of Prys out on the court.
I'd be playing
a couple of sisters and a cousin.
Hey, Chris, I'd be playing a lot of Prys too right now when you're down by 13.
Aslan Pry, two-pointer in the air is good. That's a big shot there by the senior Aslan Pry. Moniteau back within 11 at 36-25.
And Chris, that's her first bucket of the second half. And when your best player only has 2 points at this point of the second half, there's a good reason you're down by 11.
Well, she's been on the bench.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. She hasn't been able to play. It's not her fault.
Best to Jericho. Jericho back to Beth.
Clarion's done a great job of taking advantage of that whole situation.
Nice look to Anthony. Anthony jumper good. What a look there. That was a sneaky good look by Erica Selfridge, Al.
Very impressed with her, Chris.
38-25. Clarion's lead
Jess
back
is right. She sees the floor extremely well.
Minute to play here in the third quarter. Clarion by 13.
High basketball IQ from Miss Selfridge.
Jewett over to Kelly. Kelly to Pry. Pry has the ball knocked away momentarily by Anthony.
Anthony doing a good job harassing Pry out on the perimeter.
Here's Aslan Pry.
Coming around the
Pry, three-pointer. Off the bank. She figured, hey, Clarion's got the bank open. Why can't I? That's what they had the backboard for, Al. If they didn't want you to use it, they wouldn't have put it there.
And when she was patient, too. She didn't force it. She came off the screen, had an open look, and banked it in.
38-28. Clarion's lead down to 10 with a half a minute to play here in quarter number 3. Jericho bumped a little bit, retains possession. Gives it to Simcoe. Back to Jericho. Now to Selfridge. Selfridge looks it over, gives it to Jericho with 15 seconds. Simcoe to Anthony. Ball's on the ground. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to be possession arrow to Moniteau with 10.2 seconds to play in the half. In the quarter, I'm sorry. You like that if you're Moniteau, if you capitalize.
Okay, right now, if I'm Aslan Pry, I'm holding on the ball. It's my shot right now. It's my shot. Get the ball back to her. It's her shot.
There it is. Plays it up with 3.3 to go, and it's 38-30, and that's where the quarter will end at 38-30. Clarion, which led by as many as 13 in the third quarter, will go to the fourth with an 8-point lead at 38-30.
There's no question you wanted one person to have the ball in her hands in that last 8 seconds of the possession of that last 8 seconds of the quarter. And a big difference, Chris. We went from a 13-point deficit now to an 8. Now you're manageable. You're 8 minutes away. You're down by 8. Your best player's back on the floor.
Hold on. I'm going to give the cheerleaders some love here. There's nobody for them to cheer for, so we'll let them cheer for the camera.
Okay.
Hey, they work hard too.
Lots
of hard work there put in by the cheerleaders, and unfortunately, they're just cheering for us and the
coach
and their cheerleading coach right now. Unfortunately, but hey, we're here watching a game, and unfortunately, this is the last game we're going to watch in 2020. But we're here. We're watching.
2020 can't end soon enough.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound like 2021 is going to change anything right away.
I'm still encouraged by some things in the horizon. I think we're in the future. I'm being optimistic, Chris. The future will be a lot different than for many reasons I won't go into. But the future's looking up.
So it'll be Clarion ball out of the quarter break. They lead by 8, 38-30. They were up by as many as 13. Moniteau with a little bit of a mini run there to end the quarter. I'm sorry.
Well, they won that half 16-12.
Clarion did.
Clarion did, yes.
That quarter, you mean?
Quarter. Sorry, I'm thinking football here. 16-12. You're right. I'm still in football commentating mentality.
Here's Anthony with it. Back to Jericho. Moniteau being very aggressive with that zone right now, Al.
Yeah, they're coming out. They're not sitting back in a Syracuse 1-3-1. That's for sure.
Anthony misses the shot, rebounded over there by Sankey. Here comes Pry across the timeline. Into the hands of Jewett. Jewett has it taken away as there was a little bit of a hold there, I thought, on Sankey that wasn't called. Wasn't Sankey holding, she was being held, I should say. you're Clarion, you don't want to take the air out of the basketball.
No, you don't. You don't want to stifle any momentum you had in that third quarter.
And now,
that's probably why Jess calls a timeout.
Yeah, Jess Quinn calls timeout. Timeout brought to you by Icy Ink and Warren. Be cool when you take a timeout, just like they are.
And that's Jess's
Icy
first
Ink.
timeout of the game, I believe.
Hell, be cool when you take a timeout, like they are at Icy Ink in Warren. Where Icy Ink. Tonight's game also being brought to you by Computer Support in Clarion. Get a computer from Computer Support or any of your computer needs. Check them out online at computersup.com. Being brought to you by Alana Brawler, State Farm Insurance. For all your insurance needs in the Butler, Moniteau area, check out alanabrawler.com. That's ALANABRAHLER.com. Also being brought to you by Hunter Station Golf Club. There's no better Christmas gift for that golfer in your life than a season pass from Hunter Station Golf Club, 3 miles south of Tionesta. Call today to get your pass at 814-755-4558. Also being brought to you by Gatesman's Plumbing, Heating, and AC for all your HVAC needs. Call Gatesman's Plumbing, Heating, and AC today at 814-782-3280. So out of the timeout, it'll be Clarion's basketball along the near sideline. Or the far sideline. It's the near to us, but it's the far to the bench. And now Erica Selfridge. Again, Clarion being very patient here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be taking the air out of the ball right now. You got an 8-point lead. What got you there was putting the pedal to the metal.
Now they're going to get a foul there on the side by Davina Pry. That's going to be foul number 5 on Moniteau. And the fouls are now 5-0.
Yes.
Here's Selfridge with it.
And they have 3 young ladies in foul trouble.
Selfridge, jumper on the way, banks it home. Erica Selfridge, excuse my poor camera work there, folks, but it's 40-30 Clarion. 3-pointer in the air by Jewett, no good. Rebounded by Jordan Best. 6:20 on a running fourth quarter clock. Clarion with a 40-30 lead. Selfridge to Best, back to Simcoe here. Simcoe looking around, hands it off to Selfridge. Selfridge to Best.
Looking for that backdoor cut again, which has been so effective for them.
Back to Selfridge. Selfridge drives the lane, tries a layup, no good. Rebounded there by Sankey. Quickly across the timeline, here's Aslan Pry. Pry, nice bounce pass to Davina Pry for the layup, and it's 40-32, and the basketball gets away. Moniteau came out in this game in a full court press, and they quickly got out of that, though, Al. And I don't know if it was anything Clarion did that forced them out of it.
No, I just think it was a conscious decision they made, and then right now they're in foul trouble, so they're just being.
Yeah, that's definitely part of it. That's a definite big reason. They've been in foul trouble since the start.
Right.
40-32 with 5.5 to play. Here's Jericho. Selfridge with
nice pass.
Anthony can't finish, though, and then it's off of Best, out of bounds. Rebound to Moniteau, so a chance for the Warriors to get within 6 or 5 here.
Very impressed with Erica Selfridge. I can't even describe how impressed I am with her.
There's Davina Pry with it. Kendall Sankey, shot on the way, no good. In there, battling for the rebound, the smallest player on the court.
Good call.
Ava Jericho, and she's able to force it to go out of bounds off of Moniteau.
And that was a good call. Pry coming up and trying to force the issue defensively. And down by 8, 5 minutes ago. They got to start making something happen fairly quickly.
Here's Simcoe. Simcoe to Best. Best drives the lane. Lots of contact, no call. Here's Pry on the other end with a breakaway opportunity.
Nice by Pry.
Misses the layup, though. Rebounded by Anthony, who stood her ground when Pry came in there to help force
Yeah, she didn't bite him.
and then Anthony almost loses the basketball, but she's able to get it to Selfridge.
And she didn't bite on that fake because she just threw her ground, made the stop, and got it back.
4.5 to go.
Pry, quick hands.
Oh, great job by Anthony. What a job there by Anthony.
What they call there? Officials timeout? Yeah.
The official thought that Clarion was calling
yeah,
timeout.
that's right.
He just assumed they were going to call timeout there. And instead, Clarion kept the ball in bounds and didn't call the timeout. So it was just an inadvertent whistle. So now inbound to Selfridge, and I missed it on the video, folks. That's my bad. Not used to calling games and playing with the video at the same time. I apologize. I'll get better. Here's Jordan Best. Best, all kinds of contact, and they're going to say nothing.
Well, they're letting him play, Chris.
Yeah,
that's
they're
for
letting
sure.
him play now. They weren't letting him play earlier.
They're letting him play now. And that might be a factor with the foul trouble. They don't want to, get Moniteau in too much foul trouble. And they call that. And they call that?
Yeah, they called that.
And that was on Selfridge,
That was
right?
that was on Anthony.
On Anthony.
Here's Moniteau with it. Expect to see a lot of those down the stretch here, as Moniteau's going to need to try to draw contact quickly from Clarion here. Jumper on the way by Kelly, banks it home. 6-point game, 40-34 with 3:34 on a running fourth quarter clock.
And it's getting interesting right now.
The Warriors were down by as many as 13. They've cut it to 6, and now Clarion's going to call
timeout. Yes.
Timeout as Jess Quinn calls that timeout for Clarion. Timeout's brought to you by Icy Inc. and Warren. Be cool when you take a timeout, just like they are at Icy Inc. So with 3:26 to play, Clarion with the basketball in the lead, 40-34. Possession arrow in favor of Moniteau. Listening to Allegheny Girl High School basketball on D9and10sports.com.
And Chris, if I can comment, you know what really impressed me about Erica Selfridge? There's a lot of things, but her court vision, her feel for the game, and you know what? She's going to be bigger than most point guards that she's playing against. She's got good length. She's 5'7", long arms, and she sees the floor, and she's really impressive. She has the ability to score the ball, and she's a great choice to play point guard because she understands the game. Very impressive debut for the young lady. Coming into a new situation, new school, everything. Very impressive. And she's the sole reason why they're up 40-34 right now. Or the main reason, I should say.
So out of the timeout, Selfridge will have the basketball for Clarion. Moniteau now comes out, and now they're going to get Selfridge with the moving screen, and that was a good call.
Yeah, that was a good call. Smart move by Moniteau right there.
And so the turnover with 3:19 left. Moniteau only down 6.
This is a big possession right now, Chris. This is a big one right now. You want to get something good here. And what that means 9 times out of 10 is get the hands on the ball in the hands of your best player going baseline.
Now she kicks it out to Rotman. Rotman, three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebounded by Best. Sankey was all over her, no call.
And it should have been a call. It was a little bit of contact, but there was no call. There was no foul there. 6-point lead, 2:45 to go. Clarion's ball.
And now Clarion a little loose with it. Jericho to Selfridge. Selfridge over to Best, back to Jericho. Jericho thought about the three, doesn't take it, gets it out to Anthony. Good decision there with 2:30 to play.
You don't have to force something right now. Just get a good shot offensively. No shot clock, just get a good shot.
Anthony to Selfridge.
It's a 2-possession game. You got the ball.
Selfridge to Best, Best to Simcoe. Simcoe thought about the shot, doesn't
force
take it.
Don't have to force
Gets it back to Anthony, down back into the hands of Selfridge. We're at 2:15. Sankey guarding Selfridge. Selfridge goes around her all the way to the net. No good, but she gets her own rebound, and it's a tie-up, and it's going to be Sankey with the tie-up and the possession arrow in favor of Moniteau. Now DR Blaster's going to take a full timeout with 2:08 to play. It's Clarion 40, Moniteau 34. You're listening to Allegheny Girl High School basketball on D9 and 10sports.com. Today's game being brought to you by the Warren Tire Center. For all your tire needs, check out thewarrentirecenter.com. Also being brought to you by GC Town Properties. Looking for affordable housing in the Clarion area? Then check out gctownproperties.com. Being brought to you by the Potter County Campground for all your camping needs. They've got tents, they've got RVs, they've got cabins for you. They've got it all at the Potter County Campground for camping all year round in God's country in Potter County, the Susquehannock, State Forest. Check them out at PotterCountyCamping.com. Also being brought to you by Framorelli Sales and Service. For a great running used car, go to Framorelli Sales and Service in Brockway. Check out their inventory at Framorelli.com. Also being brought to you by the Computer Support in Clarion. Get a computer from Computer Support in Clarion to help out up all the stats. ComputerSUP.com. So out of the timeout, Moniteau will have Jewett, Kelly, Sankey, Rotman, and Aslan Pry.
It's just going to come down to Pry and Selfridge. Who are the best players on each team? If they execute and do what they have to do, that team's going to win the game.
Yeah, and right now they've got Selfridge on, and there's a missed three-pointer by Moniteau. Rebound by Sankey, no good. Rebound back into the hands of Kelly. Now to Rotman. Rotman shot partially blocked, but Pry gets it, and then Clarion's going to foul, and that's probably a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
Because that should not be a shooting foul there, as that was on the rebound. And that's going to be on...
And they have fouls to give.
Who's on Jordan Best? It's her third, so we're down to 1:45 to play now. Moniteau still trails by 6.
And they got fouls to give with only 3 fouls.
And that's a play out of bounds that's fought for between Selfridge and Pry. It's going to go off of Selfridge out of bounds. So 1:41 now to play. 40-34, Clarion in the lead.
This is a key possession, Chris. Got to get it back to within a one possession game if possible.
Jewett to Rotman. Rotman three-pointer in the air. No good. Rebounded there by Simcoe. Simcoe quickly trapped, but gets it to Selfridge. Now Selfridge tries a
Didn't
pass,
need to do that.
and it's taken away there by Rotman.
Did not need to do that.
Yeah, and that's what Jess Quinn's pointing at the scoreboard, the clock, and going, Erica, there's 1:28 to play. We just needed to be careful with the basketball.
And see, and that's sometimes where a player's basketball IQ gets to bet them. She's got great IQ. She sees it, but you don't need to do that at that point.
Jewett, the three-pointer by the freshman. It's good! Ava Jericho with the 3. That's a 3-point game at 40-37.
As my boss at Clarion used to say, Coach Ryder, time and score, Chris. Time
and now
and score.
Sankey's going to get called for the foul on Selfridge. It's going to be the 6th on Moniteau. So 1:11 to play. It's a 3-point game, 40-37. Moniteau has fought back from a 13-point deficit to get within 3.
And that's 4 fouls. That's 4 fouls on Sankey, on Kendall Sankey.
Inbounded to Selfridge. Selfridge looks for Best. Who's the foul going to be on? Oh, this is a big call.
No, it's on Moniteau.
Yeah, well, that's a big call because it's a one-on-one now, is what I'm getting at, Al.
Right.
That's going to send Jordan Best to the free throw line, and that could have gone either way. That was a loose ball.
And Jordan Best is 4 for 4 from the foul line. That's the girl you want at the foul line right
there's
now.
the announcer's jinx just now.
Yeah.
Bingo.
That's who you wanted the foul line, though, based on what she's done.
Coach Al's brand new to this announcing thing, folks.
No, I listen. Hey, listen, but I said it, but that's part of the deal. You got to come through. I'm not trying to jinx her. She was 4 for 5 from the line.
Here's Pry with the basketball. Hey, the Moniteau fans are really happy you jinxed her, Al. Pry, 2, no, they're going to get a charge before the basket. Jordan Best takes the charge. Is it on Pry? It is on Pry, and that's her 4th. 53.7 seconds to go. Jordan
Best redeems herself for missing the foul shot by coming in with the big, taking the charge right there, no question.
And now there's a large conversation going on between the 2 officials here on whether it's a charge or... No, they're going to say the basket counts. No, they're not, Al.
What?
Oh, my goodness.
What?
There's no way that basket could count. There's absolutely no way that basket could count. The shot wasn't even up in the air when the whistle blew. Oh, my goodness. They're going to call that a good bucket there by, I think it's Catherine Kelly. Oh, my goodness, that's a terrible call.
So they're calling it a bucket on Kelly.
And then they're going to go and shoot free throws at the other end with Best. What a terrible call. The ball wasn't even in the air.
First of all, you're overthinking it, okay? You're overthinking it. There's no reason. The initial call was fine. I guess they listened to the coach. I don't know what that's bizarre.
That's a bizarre call. It's just a terrible call. An absolutely ridiculously bad call. Great for Moniteau, terrible for Clarion, but I mean, you can't make that call with 53.7 seconds to play. You called the charge. The ball wasn't even in the air at that point in time.
Well, this is a big free throws for Jordan Best. Now we're at a
1-1. Best shot is up. Good.
Huge.
So back to a 2-point lead for Clarion at 41-39, and now we've got a timeout called by D.R. Blaster.
D.R. Blaster wants to ice the free throw shooter, and Jordan Best is 5 for 6 from the foul line.
Well, she called the Icy Ink and Warren timeout, Al, to ice the free throw shooter.
There you go.
Be cool when you go to the free throw line. Well, free throw line, that'd be, maybe we should make the Icy Ink our free throw sponsor. Be cool when you go to the free throw line, but be cool when you take a timeout.
And Moniteau has outscored Clarion this quarter 9-3 to get themselves right back into this game. Anybody's game with 53 seconds to go at a 2-point deficit.
Clarion was attacking in the third quarter. They've really been passive in this quarter, and Moniteau, on the other hand, has attacked this quarter.
Well, they needed to. They're just a sign of desperation right now. They were down at home, double digits, and they've crawled their way back from a 13-point deficit to a 2-point ball game.
Hey,
with
a neutral observer just messaged us on Facebook with what such a bad call. I'll save the person of any embarrassment of who's not embarrassment, but of any grief that he would take for saying it. But he's a guy that knows basketball, Al, like we do, and that's just, you can't make that call there.
No, not.
I mean, first of all,
at that junction.
The shot wasn't in the air.
No,
the shot has to be in the air for the basket to count.
Exactly.
They got talked into one. Great job by DR Blanc.
No, great job.
Great job by DR.
And that's what our job is to do. Okay, initially you want to complain about the call, get them to make the shift, but a good referee is not going to change their mind. It doesn't matter for Jordan Best, as she is now 6 for 7 from the line.
So it's 42-39.
Ice water her veins for the young lady.
Here's Pry with it. Pry, three-pointer in the air. It's good. We're tied at 42. It's a 42-all tie on the Aslan Pry three-pointer with 39 seconds to play.
And that's what big-time players do.
Selfridge across the timeline. Clarion with 32 seconds to play.
Here we go, Chris. Tied up, 42-all, 28 seconds.
You know what? We need overtime, Al.
I'm ready for that. Why not? Let's make basketball last a little longer in 2020.
I got a question. If the game would go past midnight, would we have to stop it? Here's Anthony with 14 seconds. Clarion looking to hold for the last shot. Best with the basketball.
I don't know if I would do
Down to 10. Tie game. Selfridge inside to Anthony. Oh, she's blocked by Pry. Aslan Pry with the block shot with 4.3 to play.
And that was a good block. And that was, I know Jess Quinn's upset, but that was a good block.
I'm with you. I thought that was a clean block, and now we're going to get a timeout taken by, who took this timeout? Both teams were looking to take a timeout. I'm not sure who ended up taking it.
I think they gave that to Moniteau.
What a game this has been. Tied at 42 with 4.3 seconds left. If you're Clarion out right now, what are you drawing up?
I am drawing up an out-of-bounds play where I'm going to get a backdoor cut. I'm going to try to get a screen for Selfridge coming around in a curl, something to the basket where she either can score or get fouled. Something where I get the ball in Erica Selfridge's hand, coming around the screen, or Jordan Best an open jump shot in the corner. Either one. But that's the two people I want taking the shot, either Jordan Best or Erica Selfridge, if I'm Jess Quinn.
So Jordan Best will trigger here.
Okay, well then.
With Jericho,
she might get on the back end.
Looking, gets it into Anthony. Anthony, jump ball called, possession arrow, Clarion ball with 2.3 seconds left. Do they call another timeout, or do they try the same play here?
I would just run with it. No need for a timeout. Good call by Jess.
Best. Get that. Jericho, three in the air. No good. Rebound, no good. Selfridge, I don't know if that might have counted if it gone out. I'm not sure.
I don't think it would have.
Wow, we're going to go to overtime here. This is fitting way to end basketball in 2020 with an overtime contest. Tied at 42 at the end of regulation, thanks to the three-pointer by Aslan Pry with about a half a minute to play. What a game, Al.
Great game, Chris.
What a great game.
And Moniteau ended up outscoring Clarion in that quarter 12-4, erasing that 8-point deficit and sending it into overtime.
Aslan Pry, big reason for that. How many did she have that in that quarter, Al? Just the three, or did she?
She just
the three.
No, she just the three. That's it.
Kelly had or was it Kelly there that had two?
Kelly had two big baskets, yeah. And Jewett had that big three. 42 alls. We go into OT, baby.
Tonight's game being brought to you by TGIF Solutions. TGIF Solutions is the home of Brad Johnson Agency in Chippenville, the Vody Agency in Warren, McMahon Brothers Insurance in Franklin, and Shellhammer Atwood Agency in Katanning. Check them out for all your insurance needs at TGIF. solutions.com. It's being brought to you by Hunter Station Golf Club. Check them out online at hunterstation.com. So, in overtime, Moniteau will go left to right on your screen. Clarion right to left. I'm sorry. Moniteau will go right to left. Clarion will go left to right. Sam Heater being embarrassed over there by his mom on the Facebook comments right now. Sam Heater, the assistant coach for Clarion. Moniteau wins the tip here in overtime. Jumper by Jewett. Good. Abby Jewett, another big shot.
And the freshman shows no fear, Chris, none. The coach's daughter.
44-42, Moniteau in the lead. They trailed by as many as 13. They're up by 2 now in overtime.
I think I'm going to be like Bill Wallen, Chris. I'm going to start giving Grateful Dead references during my commentary.
And now it's taken away by Aslan Pry. Simcoe throws it away to Pry.
You can see the momentum totally shifting that quarter, and it's gone into overtime right now, Chris.
Here's Kelly. Kelly to Rotman. Rotman back to Pry. Pry tries to go inside, gets it to Sankey. Back out to Rotman, out of Pry. Pry, three-pointer in the air. No good. Rebound battled for and tipped out of bounds by Jordan Bass. It'll go Moniteau basketball.
And that's a good call.
3:11 to play here in overtime. It's the Lady Warriors 44, Clarion 42.
Right there. Nope.
Oh, another three in the air by Jewett. Oh, my goodness. The freshman's in Flago. It's 47-42 Moniteau.
That's what happens when you have a coach's kid, Chris. I see it all the time.
Abby Jewett. She's so young, she might not even feel the pressure. Jordan Bass, three-pointer in the air for Clarion. She answers back. Big bucket there by Jordy Bass. It's 47-45.
And, Chris, we're seeing an old-fashioned barn burner in our first game of the year.
Really sad that this is our last game for 3 weeks, Al. This is fantastic. Rotman with it, 2:30 to play here in overtime. Moniteau by 2. Sankey to Jewett. Jewett, she's feeling it. Oh, off the mark, rebounded by Selfridge. Into the hands of Anthony. Anthony will slow it down for Clarion at the 2:20 mark. Here's Selfridge, back to Anthony, now to Jericho. Back to Anthony. Moniteau back into the zone. Selfridge with the 3, no good. Rebounded there by Rotman. Clarion wasn't real interested in rebounding the basketball that time down the court.
I think fatigue is starting to set in a little bit with Clarion. I can just feel it right now. I think the lack of depth is hurting him right now. I just think the fatigue factor we go into overtime is taking its toll on Clarion area right now, Chris.
Here's Rotman with it. Now, you know, the foul situation is going to come into play possibly here. Now, inside the Aslan Pry, layup is good, 49-45. Moniteau by 4 with 1:40 to play in overtime.
Outscoring him 7-3. I just think that...
And now it's taken away by Kelly. Kelly all the way for the layup. It's good. It's 51-45 Moniteau.
That might have been the death
knell. Could you imagine what this place would be like right now if there were fans?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, my goodness. The crowd would just be roaring right now if we had fans. Here's Best with it for Clarion. Now to Jericho. Over, three-pointer in the air by Anthony. That's way off the mark. Rebounded by Sankey with 1 minute to play. No reason for Moniteau to rush now.
They just look like a tired team, Chris. They just look like a tired team.
They're going to have to foul. They've got 3 fouls to give, so 2 fouls to give still.
You've got to take advantage of that. You're right.
That's what Justin's trying to tell them. Trying to get them to foul. Here's Sankey with it in the corner. 50 seconds to play.
No reason for Moniteau to shoot.
Not at all.
Not at all. I won't even put the shot up now.
There's the ball into the hands of, and now we're going to get the foul with 41.5 to play. And now Clarion's going to call a timeout. That's going to be an icy ink of Warren.
And that foul was called.
Hold on a second. Be cool when you take a timeout with icy ink in Warren. Where? Icy ink today.
And I believe that foul was called a Noel Anthony, I should say.
You know, Al, I hate to say it, but the game really changed. Even though Jordan Best hit those 2 free throws down at the other end, the game really changed on that official's call. Because Clarion has the basketball at that point in time, and then they'd be forced to foul, and if they hit free throws at that point, they're up 5 instead of up 3.
And Chris, you're right.
And it was a terrible call. You can't just you can't.
No question.
You can't not talk about this game
I'm
without
not
talking
saying
about that.
No question, but I also got to give Ashlyn Price credit. She came up with a big shot there. When your best player comes to in clutch situations like that makes a difference. But that was a factor. I don't want to say it's all that, but it's a factor.
Yeah, I mean, look, you can't deny the fact that that's a 2-point swing.
Oh, I'm not denying.
I'm not saying you are.
No,
a 2-point swing in a basketball game, and you can't have that. But
but big time players step up in big time moments. She really has.
And speaking of big time players, Ava Jericho.
Oh,
my goodness, is a freshman.
Yeah, 2 huge daggers. Two huge daggers. One in the fourth quarter and one in overtime. 2 huge daggers.
Inbounded the Pry. Clarion's going to have to foul. Not sure what they're doing here, but in the hands of 30 seconds to play.
Well, this game's over if you don't foul now, so it's at this point now. It's like almost like they're conceding it. You gotta do something. Come on, foul.
Pry with it, dribbling it around, and then Selfridge almost took it away.
Yeah, but at this point again,
20.1 seconds.
You gotta foul them.
You've got to foul them twice.
Yes,
I'm not sure what's going on here.
I don't know what they're not. I don't know what Jess is doing or why. I'd be losing my mind if I'm Jess right now. You got to foul.
And now they finally do it. Yeah. Get that on Selfridge, but it's 11.2. That foul comes way too late if you're Clarion.
Well, they just wasted 30 seconds.
Yeah, you just let 30 seconds go off the clock. You didn't even make Moniteau earn what's happening down here down the stretch.
And you got fouls to give.
Selfridge almost takes it away from Pry, and then there's going to be a foul on her, and that's going to send Pry to the line to shoot 1-and-1. But with 6.4 seconds to go, Moniteau is going to have rallied from a 13-point deficit to win this game. Should be a 1-and-1.
It should be 1-and-1. And Selfridge picks up her third foul there.
Not that there's 6.4 seconds to go in a 6-point game in overtime. I'm pretty sure that foul counting isn't what anybody's thinking about right now. So what a job by these Moniteau Lady Warriors to rally for this, what's going to be a victory for them here. They trailed by as many as 13 in the third quarter. They lead 51-45 with 6.4 seconds to play in overtime. And Ashlyn Pry at the line to shoot 1-and-1.
And Ashlyn Pry shows to me why she is an all-district type player.
So Pry to shoot the free throws. Shot is up. No good. Rebounded though by Sankey. No, they're saying the ball didn't hit the rim. So because it doesn't hit the rim, you can't rebound it. So it'll be Clarion ball down 6.
She did brick that for sure, but it's
Selfridge to Jericho down to 1 second. No time remaining as that's it. Moniteau rallies for the overtime win. 51-45. The Lady Warriors pick up win number 1 of the 2021 season, and they're hoping it's not the only one, that they'll get an opportunity for more. What a game, Al.
It was, Chris. Great way to start the season. Exciting game. Spirited comeback by Moniteau, coming down from a 13-point deficit. They never lost their focus. And again, their best player came through in key situations. And you got to give a lot of credit to the young Jewett girl, hitting 2 huge threes, one in the fourth quarter late in the game and one in overtime. That's 6 big points right there. And you have to give her a lot of credit. But my player of the game right now has to be the star player, number 23, Ashlyn Pry.
Well, Al, we'll take a look at the stats here. Hey, Al, I'm going to send you out to my car.
Okay.
In the front seat, there's an Allegheny Grill of Foxburg T-shirt among some other stuff in there. I know you're going to laugh at how my car looks, but it's always look. Give me the book so I can go over our stats. But I'm going to send you out to get our T-shirt here. I forgot to bring it in with me. So looking at our stats first for.
Where are the T-shirts, Chris?
They're on front seat of my car.
You just want one?
Yeah, that's all there is. There is one. Thanks, Al. So for Moniteau, Kelly with 6 points, Jewett with 8, Rotman with 5, Ashlyn Pry 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 20 points for Ashlyn Pry, 4 for Davina Pry, 3 for Hillwig, and 2 for Sankey. For Clarion, 4 points for Peyton Simcoe. 3, 6, 8, 10. Good. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. 9, 10, 11. 11 and 3 is 14 for Best. 2, 4. 2, 4, 7, 8. 11 for Noel Anthony. 3, 6, 8, 10, 12. 14 for Selfridge. 12 of those came in the first half. Kentner with 2 and Jericho with 3. Those stats again brought to you by the computer support in Clarion. Get a computer from Computer Support in Clarion to help add up all your stats. Check them out at computersup.com. It's time for our Allegheny Grill of Foxburg Player of the Game. Open for takeout from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. during the COVID mitigation, and delivery from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Call the Allegheny Grill of Foxburg at 724-659-5701. Check them out online at AlleghenyGrill.com. And Coach Al hit it right on the button. Aslan Pry is your Allegheny Grill Player of the Game. So congratulations to Aslan on getting the Player of the Game award. Once again, our final score, Moniteau 51, Clarion 45 in overtime. You've been listening to Allegheny Grill of Foxburg, District 9 High School Basketball on D9 and 10 Sports.com. Hopefully we'll have some more games for you right after the new year, folks. We just don't know what's going on. We're kind of in the same boat that everybody else is in. Just don't know what's going on. Hey, make sure, though, to keep checking out D9 and 10 Sports.com during this shutdown period. We're going to try to bring you some features, some different things to keep the sports world informed and some cool stuff going on. So once again, our final score here, Moniteau 51, Clarion 45 in overtime. For the coach, Al Moderjeski, this is Chris Rossetti saying good night.